As you guys know, I normally post Operation Arsenal right after the game. However, I did something different last night. I live streamed a watch along for the first time on YouTube. It's something I've been doing for years now on other platforms. And last night I decided to watch the Wolves game live with you guys, and it was just incredible. Normally, the Operation Arsenal goes live right after, but I thought I'm going to do it the next day. And it's weird. I'm not used to doing this. I've actually had time to kind of process what happened. And I mean, it was unbelievable, wasn't it? An unbelievable night for Arsenal fans, not so much for Wolves fans. And I've said it many times. My granddad is a Wolves supporter. I'm not sure he's going to be too pleased with this result. But I think the right team won the game. Simple as that. I think Arsenal, we'll go through the stats, were definitely the better team on the day. And there are some key performances from that match last night that have to be mentioned. Some maybe not so good performances, but in general, I think that has to go down as one of the best games in a while for me. Just the pure elation at the end. To score a last-minute winner. To beat a team that are right there with us in that top 5, top 6, maybe even top 4 race. I honestly believe Wolves have that good of a team. They're just so well structured. It's incredible. They're very, very good defensively and tough to break down. And we've taken 6 points off them, which is incredible. The first player and the first performance I want to talk about is this man right here, Martin Odegaard. I think people are failing to remember that we basically paid about 7 million for him. You're probably thinking, what? That's not true. We sold Willock to Newcastle for, 28 million or something stupid like that. And then we brought in Odegaard for 34, 33. The exact number, I don't know. But roughly, let's just say we spent 10 million if you include the Willock sale. Do you know how crazy that is? And yes, that counts. Willock is playing in that position, or would have been playing in that position. And Odegaard, I guess you could argue, is a Mesut Ozil replacement, but also, we sold Willock and brought a player in his position. So to me, it's just probably one of the biggest signings we've made in recent history. I think the last time I can remember having or seeing such a good value for money purchase, it has to be Cazorla. We got Santi Cazorla for a very, very good price, and he was incredible for us. And I think Odegaard is going to have the same kind of impact. This guy is an absolute magician. He got man of the match, deserved. Here on this website, FOTMob, not sponsored, Partey got man of the match, and he had a great game as well. So, yeah, I have to say, Odegaard is really, really impressing me recently. I'd actually say he's been our best player for the last few weeks. Just an incredible playmaker. But it's the energy. It's the chasing. It's the pressing. It's so good. It's just unbelievable that we signed him for 30 to 35 million. What were Real Madrid thinking? Unbelievable, isn't it? Lacazette. He ultimately, he didn't score the winner, but it was his movement, his flick, and then his shot that led to the own goal from the Wolves goalkeeper, who, by the way, is having a fantastic season. And again, yesterday, he made big saves. Lacazette had one of those games. Just one of those games. Plenty of times throughout the match, I'm thinking, this is disappointing. He's not offering us anything. In fact, he's actually hampering us, I think. A lot of the time we'd get the ball in really dangerous areas, it would find its way to Lacazette, and then it would kind of just disappear into nothingness. And that it's not rare to see that from Lacazette. I think he is good at link-up, but sometimes he has those games where he's actually just being a bit of a nuisance. He's in the way almost, and we all know we need a striker. But in the right place at the right time, passion, captain, absolutely incredible. And give him a contract just for that moment. I love the guy. I will always love Lacazette. I don't think he's the answer. I don't think that signing him on a 2-year deal is going to benefit the club in the way we want. I think having him around is incredible for the changing room. The players clearly love him, and he loves being here. I think it's a sad situation that age has caught up with him, effectively. If he was 28, no doubt he'd be given a new contract right now. But yeah, we will be moving on from Lacazette. I'm sure Eddie, who came on and did a fantastic job as well. I'll talk about the substitutes in a minute, but I think Eddie's gone as well. And Aubameyang's just been sold. We're going completely fresh into the summer with at least 2 strikers needed. Balogun will come back from his loan at Middlesbrough, and we'll go again with new strikers. It's pretty incredible times, and also exciting times for an Arsenal fan, because we don't buy strikers. We just don't. You know, the last striker we bought was Aubameyang almost 5 years ago. It's pretty crazy, 4 years ago, whatever it is. So really excited for the summer to see who we bring in. I thought Martinelli had a bit of a quiet game. He gets the ball in good positions and then sometimes doesn't seem to want to try and beat his man, ends up cutting back and then passing it to Tierney, whoever's there. I thought Saka was pretty good, made some good runs, had some good chances himself. I wish he'd be a little bit more, I don't want to use the word greedy, but I think sometimes he needs to be a bit more greedy. He looks for the pass, same with Odegaard, maybe a bit too much at times, but Partey and Xhaka were brilliant. I thought Cedric had another decent game, nothing too bad. I think there are times where you can see that he's not as athletic as Tomiyasu and not as powerful, but he's not a bad backup. And again, I think, you know, we'll be going into the window looking to bring in a new right back to give backup to Tomiyasu. Ben White, I thought, had a very decent game. Gabriel's mistake led to the Wolves goal early in the first half, which was a bit of a shame, but otherwise I thought Gabriel was fine. Tierney had a good game, and Ramsdale, typical Ramsdale, good distribution. Not his fault, the first goal at all. The pass was short. It was a poor pass back, and Hwang Hee-chan, I think it is, Hwang Hee-chan, I think that's how you say it, just pounced. And a quick word on Wolves before we talk about Arteta and the subs. Wolves, I don't know how to put this, because I do like Wolves. I have a special feeling towards them because of my granddad, but also because I do like the history of Wolves. I do like how they've come up into the Premier League in the last 5 years, and now they're one of the absolute certainties for top 10, top 8, and they recruit some very exciting young players, mainly Portuguese players. But on the night, they were way too defensive. They didn't go for it. It was a shame to see that in a way, because it would have definitely been a bit more of an end-to-end game. It turned out to be 1 goal to Wolves, and then they did their typical away thing where they just hold the ball, try and defend, and get the 1-0 win. You can't rely on that. You just can't. You can't keep relying on 3 shots a game and winning 1-0, which is what they like to do away from home. So I would have liked to have seen them attack a little bit more. It would have left them open, for sure. We would have definitely scored a couple more, but I think they would have too. They had a couple of really good chances, but we've got to talk about Mikel Arteta yesterday, because I don't think he's getting enough credit. He could see that at 1-0 down, we weren't looking too likely to make a comeback. We looked like scoring, but I didn't feel like we were going to get 2 or 3 goals. And I actually said it on stream, I'd like to see us go 3 at the back. You know, change this up, because sometimes when you're struggling against a low block, 5 at the back, I mean, it was basically 6 at the back for Wolves at times. You just have to shift the system, and going 3 at the back, wing backs going down the wings, not even wing backs. We had wingers playing in the wing back position, getting 2 strikers on the pitch or 2 attacking players on the pitch, and just going for it. And Mikel Arteta did that. He changed to 3 at the back. He brought on Pepe. He brought on Eddie and Nketiah, and they were superb. And Nketiah, you can see why Arteta wants to keep him after a performance like that. He was so good, but it's all about Pepe. What rating did Pepe get? He got a 7.5. I think that's unfair, actually. I think Pepe was... I mean, if Odegaard wasn't as good as he was, I think Pepe would have got man of the match. Absolutely no doubt about it. He should have got an assist. He got robbed of an assist. Lacazette's goal at the end, the own goal, would have been an assist for Pepe. And Nketiah got an assist, of course, for Pepe's goal. And then, of course, Tavares came on when Tierney had some cramps. But I've got to say, well done to Arteta. Just unbelievable man management, you know, and changing up the system when we needed it to. He's not afraid to move players out of position slightly if it meant opening space up, and he did a really good job. So I know I'm waffling, you know, I've been talking for 9 minutes already. I'm just so proud of the team, you know, seeing them celebrate at the end of the game. And we had that stupid comment from Neves last time we beat them. Oh, it's like they've won the Champions League final. Why are you celebrating like that? Just shut up. Shut up. Like, if anything, I think he said it himself. It shows the level that Wolves are at, that we're celebrating a win against Wolves so much. But you've got to realise we haven't been in the Champions League for so long, and we are so close. We are. We know it. Arsenal fans, we know it. We are close. I'm not saying it's a done deal because it absolutely isn't. We've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham. We've got some big games coming up. But right now, we are the favourites to get into the top four, to get that fourth spot. We could even get third. I've just realised this is wrong. What is this? Leicester versus Liverpool? When was this? 2021? Why is that being shown? I don't know, but here's the table right now. We've played one less game than Wolves and we're 5 points clear of them. Huge. That is why we celebrated like that. But anyway, as usual, I got your comments in on Twitter. We have one here from Connor, and he says, great fight from everyone on the pitch. No one held their heads down and they kept fighting and never gave up. That's the type of mentality you need to make the top four. 6 points taken from Wolves is huge. Couldn't have put it better, Connor. Yeah, taking 6 points from Wolves is huge. It genuinely is. They are one of our rivals. You know, we're struggling, I mean, in the last few seasons with teams like Wolves. So to beat them twice within a few weeks is just huge. They don't lose many games. They really don't. Ian says, showed amazing mentality, but I thought we already played Burnley this year. Oh my God. I've got to say, obviously I click these tweets to read them out, but sometimes I don't actually clock what is said. That is hilarious. They were a bit Burnley-esque, weren't they? Odegaard once again showed his class. Pepe shows he can still be valuable, a valuable member. So proud of the boys. I love your picture, man. It is just Arsene Wenger as the Colonel. Brilliant. We've then got another one coming in from Anand. Electric atmosphere at the Emirates. We believe in ourselves. So I think, I remember why I picked this comment, because I think a lot of people jumped to the conclusion that the Emirates is pretty dead. And you know what? There is some truth to that. And, you know, it's not very nice as an Arsenal fan to admit that the home support sometimes can be a bit lackluster, but it's difficult for me to say that when I don't go to the Emirates enough. I do know that. Obviously, I do my Operation Arsenal, my streams and stuff like that, and I need to be at home. But it would be nice to see an atmosphere like we had in that final 15 minutes, the entire game. Some stadiums are so loud the entire 90 minutes, and I do feel like at the Emirates, it doesn't happen every time. But the away support, I would say it's up there as one of the best in the league, for sure. The Arsenal away support is absolutely mad. Next answer, or comment, sorry, Perplexy. Pepe changed the game and deserves to start. He seems like a completely different player, and I want to see him play full 90, get a run of games. He could be the player that can do something magical in one of the big games we have coming. Very true, but where do you play Pepe? This is where potentially Lacazette is dropped. Maybe you play Martinelli through the middle, Saka on the left, or Pepe on the left, and then one of them on the right. It's a tricky one, because then you've got Odegaard and Smith Rowe, and it's a good problem to have. Pepe, for sure, is seemingly a new man after AFCON. I think Arteta said it himself, and it was very clear to see he meant business when he came on, but I don't see how you start him without, you know, dropping someone else that's in form. I could argue that maybe Martinelli could potentially be dropped for a game or two to give Pepe a run, because Martinelli, whilst he's been fantastic this season, yesterday I didn't think he didn't offer much. So who knows? That's down to Arteta. I'm glad it's not me in charge of that. And then we've got the last comment here from Tom. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the first time we've come back since conceding first. It is true. Under Arteta, we have not come back in the Premier League. It's the first time. I think that shows the players' strong determination. Thoughts? Yeah, Tom, it's true. I'm pretty sure I saw it myself. Since Arteta's taken over, if we've conceded first, we have not been able to turn it around. This is the first time. And by the way, that sounds awful, but it means we don't actually go down 1-0 very often. And if we have done, of course, it's been difficult to come back. But most of the time, when we lose, we have scored first. You know, we've been able to start the game strong, but then we've lost in the second half or whatever, which either way, it's a loss. But yeah, I think that's going to be it, guys. That's all I've got for you today. We can have a look at the stats really quick because we dominated, of course. Look at the expected goals here, 2.7. Of course, expected goals is one of those weird stats that maybe some people don't care about, but it absolutely means something. It means we're doing well in front of goal. 26 shots. Yeah, maybe could be getting a few more on target. Possession was good, but just look at the shot map. Absolutely crazy. It really, really was. And here is clear evidence that we were much better in the second half. And Wolves just not good enough on the day. They could have done so much more. But thank you for watching, guys. Apologies for not uploading this last night. I haven't missed an Operation Arsenal in God knows how long, 4 or 5 years. So I wasn't about to miss another one. The live stream will be live on my channel. It's just going through processing at the moment. It takes a while. I've had to edit bits out. So that should be going live. You can check it out on my channel. It's always going to be unlisted. There's a live streams playlist, and you can go ahead and watch my reactions live. Up next, I believe, is Watford. So I believe Watford have United and then Arsenal. So really tough for them, and we need to capitalise. Hopefully, they beat United, and then they're exhausted, and then they play us, and we kill them. Okay, right, I'm done. Thank you for watching, guys. Operation Arsenal. We'll be back again soon for the game against Watford.